Okay, what do you know about timeline?
Timeline is a technique that we use to visualize our past and to symbolically remove blocks, emotional barriers.
Hiring.
And we're starting with anger because we've learned that that is the best one to start with. Not
Why?
fear. Because otherwise you might just be fearless about your anger.
Cool. Good job. Good job. You retain well.
Yeah.
So, have you been hypnotized?
Yeah.
Do you hypnotize easy?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Are you in trance?
It's happening. I like feel it.
And people do that if you've been hypnotized. As soon as I started talking down time, because I just used words to hypnotize. If you were to know and think about it. But then again, maybe not.
It's funny, I feel my brain like fighting like, no, not so quick.
So I got a story I have to tell you before we get into this. Just I have a dentist that does my root canals, young fellow. Absolutely does not believe in hypnotism, and he's heard a lot of my stories, and he says, I just don't believe you can do it. I said, no, Dr. Russell, I suppose there are maybe some people, if you were to know, that would have trouble. He's sitting there looking at me. Pretty soon he shakes, he says, you totally shut off my mind. That's all it took. So I make a journey out of this that takes you, I'll have you get on your timeline and I'll talk you up and down it so you get familiar with it. We'll start going out in the future. And I want you to see your timeline as future, bright, know where the sun is, all these sorts of things. Yeah, I know, you're going to be right in Costa Rica before I can do anything. I can already tell that, but that's all right, that's a good place to go. What we do is energize the timeline in the front and then turn around and view it in the back. You're always above the timeline, except at the very last of working with an emotion, looking out your own eyes. So you're connected, floating above the timeline. So then as I take you back, after we've established what it looks like and whatnot, I'm going to take you back all the way to creation. Have you rest there a little while, notice the color, and come back to now. You will be very peaceful back there, and we'll put a hook, a line, back to creation. So when you come back into the now, you'll be able to just stop and go back and hook into that very peaceful feeling. So in that way, you can do a lot of your own therapy just by, I need to go back there. You'll notice about 2 weeks of things kind of falling into place. And when your symbolic consciousness and your mind tries to go back there, mostly your mind, there won't be anything there, and it's going to be a little confusing sometimes because there won't be anything there. But you've got a good hold on things, and if I got to go back, I'll just go back to the beginning. That's a sneaky way of getting out of it. Anything works to fool the mind as far as I'm concerned. The symbolic consciousness rules.